Roob's Observations brought to you by Bradford White Water Heaters. Number one, got to start with Jalen. The interception, really the interception and the Devontae bomb at the end of the game on fourth down. Two plays I hated. That interception might have been the worst pass of his career. I'll throw out his rookie year. Just a terrible decision. He didn't set his feet. He had no juice on the ball, threw into double coverage. Tony Adams, 45-yard return down to the 8-yard line. It was just a pass. It was to Dallas Goedert. He locked his eyes in on Dallas. So threw into double coverage. So the Jets knew exactly where the ball was going. It was a play that had no chance. And it's the kind of throw that you just never see Jalen Hurts make. He's got to bounce back from this. He always has. I'm confident he will, but this was a bad one. Bad way to end it for Jalen. It's also a bad day for the coaches. And the one thing I thought about this game, you look at the Jets' run defense, and they're giving up 150 yards. I think it was 149 point something per game. Eagles didn't run the ball. They never did. Now, I get that the Jets had a banged-up secondary. They're missing 4 corners, including Sauce. But you got to mix it up. It ended up being 14 carries for the running backs and 55 pass plays, which includes Jalen runs and sacks. That's just unconscionable play calling. And if that's Brian Johnson, he's just got to be better. One quick note about the defense. I thought the defense did everything they could to win this game. They sacked Zach Wilson 5 times. Jets were 2 for 11 on third down. They only gave up 1 touchdown, and they weren't trying to stop the Jets. They let the Jets score on the only touchdown they scored on an 8-yard drive. And it's a shame that counts against their stats because they weren't trying to stop them. All 4 field goals were on short fields or short drives. 51 yards was the Jets' longest scoring drive. They had 2 scoring drives in the second half that totaled 16 yards. So the defense was fine. They're really got some issues in the secondary with all the injuries. But for what they had, I thought Sean Desai did a great job. The final thing, the one thing I think Nick Sirianni is best at is dealing with adversity. He's got a really good sense of this team and what they need. He let the leaders speak after the game, which is unusual, but he knows what they need, and they've always responded. This team rarely loses 2 games in a row. They haven't lost 2 games in a row that Jalen has started since just almost exactly 2 years, since they were 2-5 to open up the 21 season. That's when Nick gave the flower power speech, the Roots Underground speech, and they just started winning, and they haven't stopped. So he really knows what this team needs and what it's going to take to get them to navigate through whatever adversity comes up. I don't expect anything less than that this time.